which I think is good for us. Even though they're in our conference, that's good competition to have. We played Lake City a couple of times. I mean, Lake City lost 2 games in the last 2 years. And they have a really nice team this year as well, and we competed. So that kind of brings us to where we are now, like having that full summer together as a group. Like, my girls have been together since, well, at the end of April, it seems like, and we've been doing a lot of things together, whether it's just like 4-player workouts or getting up shots. We had numerous girls get up north of 30,000 shots this year, which is incredible commitment on their end. So we just build off that, and in the fall, it's been the same thing. Girls getting in the weight room during school, getting up shots before school at 6 a.m., after school as well, and it just carries over into practice. So that's been, for me, the buy-in has been incredible. Just being able to get the girls in the gym, because that feeds down into your younger levels. Like, for this year, we have like 6 ball girls that want to be a part of the team because they see these girls working hard and they love basketball. So that's been amazing.
All right. Well, as stated at the outset of this, we had some technical difficulties, and just want to make sure that everyone knows, what we're doing here. We're kind of gonna go back to where we started, because I don't know if it captured your guys' introductions, but we're with the Montague girls basketball team. If you want to kind of just introduce yourselves again, because I think that part of it was clipped, but
okay,
we can always fix it on the back end. But if you can just introduce yourselves again and what your role is with the team, and then we'll get back into more of that discussion again.
Yeah, my name is Nick Thaler. I'm the head varsity girls basketball coach.
I'm Emma Peterson. I'm a senior on the girls varsity basketball team, and I play guard and point guard.
I'm Kendall Osborne. I'm a junior, and I also play guard.
All right, great. And we talked a little bit about last year, 17-5, got to the district finals, 12-2 in the league. Great season. Just kind of continuation of where the program was and keeping it at a high level. And then we just talked about the outlook this season. And for you two, how big of a role are you guys playing in terms of in the way of leadership, and how important is that for this group?
I think for us, Kendall and I feel like we're more lead by example type people. We're not ones to yell often, I feel like, but we just try to work hard, and in turn, I feel like our teammates are really working hard. We put in a lot of work this summer, and I think it's just starting to pay off.
I also feel like the younger girls do look up to us, so like you can tell that the younger girls have been at more, like, a lot of things that, like, in the past I feel like the younger girls don't usually come because they're like timid, but these girls like are feeling confident and like want to work hard to do good.
And then just kind of going back again on that outlook, just because I'm not sure how much of that was captured, but you just talked about those expectations and everything. If you just kind of recap what you just stated about what you guys are looking to do this year and continue to do with this program.
Yeah, like I said before, is that the expectations for this program hasn't changed. Like, we're still looking to win a league title and obviously compete for a district championship. The biggest thing for us is just, I tell them every day, is just be better than yesterday. And we got to learn from greatness. And like the teams that we had in the past, like, we've had a lot of talented teams. And if you look back, I think the biggest thing that helped those teams get to where they're at is that their team chemistry was always there. Like, there were never any issues, even though they battled in practice. Like, after practice was done, boom, they're still friends, they're still hanging out, they're still having a good time. And, that's the key of having a good team, I think, is that you can be competitive but still be friendly at the end of it.
And then it's going to be different this year, obviously, with the expanded conference, went from 8 to 14. You guys are in the Lakes Division, the bigger schools division. So you're still playing Hart, which was a rival of yours, but that'll be like a non-divisional game. And instead, you've got like Ludington, I would assume, would be right away. That's one of your big rivals. And, of course, you got the Cross River, Cross Lake rivalry with Whitehall. But what do you guys anticipate with this new division?
I'm excited for it, personally. I think it'll be a good challenge for us. This summer we played Ludington in a scrimmage or two, and I felt like we competed, we played hard, so I think both games this year against them will be really good.
I also think the same thing. I like that we're playing different schools, so it's not kind of repetitive of the same conference every year, and I'm excited that like there's more competition in our conference this year, and I'm just excited.
just to build on that too, I think with the MHSAA going the 2 extra games, you're going to see a lot of different matchups that you might not have thought that you would have seen before. So, for example, this year we're playing Mona Shores, which is a Division I school, and they're very competitive in the OK Green. We also tried to play West Ottawa, and we also tried to play Grand Haven as well. Just with scheduling, it just didn't really work out. So hopefully in the future we'll be able to play those bigger schools because we want to compete. We want to, challenge ourselves in the regular season. And, myself and Coach Stowe are really good friends. We talk often. We went to BCAM together, and there's a lot of mutual respect there, and they've had a lot of success within their program, and I think that'll be good for both of us to kind of go to battle, so to say, on the hardwood.
So we've got these clear glass plated doors here, and you could see some of their teammates coming and waving and stuff. But it's cool. I mean, so if you see them looking off in the distance, it's just because they're looking at their teammates. And if you see me looking off in the distance, it's because I just don't know what's going on. So basically, that explains that. But what else do you think is key, or will be key for this season to achieve the goals that you guys would like to achieve?
For us, it's definitely in practice because we compete a lot when we scrimmage. And I think it's a good because we have black and white teams that we compete every day. And I just think practice is really where, because at the end of the day, even though we compete, we're all still really good friends after practice.
What do you think?
I also think
Kendall?
that I feel like a lot of it also has to do with like the extra shots and working on things that like you personally need to do because like not everybody's at the same level and like the younger girls are kind of underdeveloped in some ways. So I like that them just working on that and like wanting to be good.
Any other highlights that you guys, or any big games on the schedule that you guys are looking at, be it non-league, divisional, et cetera?
Where to start with that one? I do have a lot of, I'd say, bulletin board material just kind of hidden away for the right time for these girls that I'm sure they'll be excited to kind of figure out and kind of see where I go with that. But I'm excited to play Mona Shores. I think everybody in our program's kind of been excited to play Mona Shores for a minute because, I know that we've tried to play them in the past and it just hasn't worked out just with scheduling. And I know Coach Phillips pretty well, and he does a great job with that program. And they got great facilities over there too. So it'd be nice to just get in a bigger gym and kind of compare ourselves to a bigger school to see where we're at. Because for us, that's what you need for us. I feel like is we got to play tough games, and you want to try to see where you're at in those tough games to see what are some things you got to work on, whether it's like your offensive execution or defensive assignments, because these girls know that I'll have them prepared. It's just they got to go out and play the game.
And then if you could just maybe give a shout out to some of your other teammates, players who are going to be keys and helping you guys out as well, just because I don't want to leave them out.
I definitely say Haley Schwartz. She is like always working hard. And if you miss a shot, she's there to put it back up.
Also, Britta, she's very, like, if you're kind of in your head in a game, she's the one that's like, come on, like, don't do that. She's very positive. And same with Ella King. She works really hard and is very positive all the time.
And then if you want any others that you might want to kind of give the shout out to, and then also describe the importance of these two to your team.
I was talking to a specific coach that will remain nameless that I talk to a lot. Kendall might know him. I told him last night that, I've coached a lot of teams, like whether it's here at Montague or at Grand Haven. I think like the connection I had with Bashir and like, I'm going to miss some guys like Bashir and Nick Stump and Tucker Cooey and Luke Thayer. And I mean, I could go on and on about those guys at Grand Haven, and even Coach Emick, like he's number 3 on my speed dial of people on my phone. And I get emotional talking about the girls in this program because they pour their heart and soul into not only the community, but anytime we're together. And I just love this team because they work so hard. And, you know, as a coach, you got to kind of get on girls to, you know, come on, you got to work, you got to work, you got to work. I don't find myself saying that near as much this year as I did last year, or even with the guys. Like, this group works so hard. And you can even in the summer when we were playing like Lake City and Harbor Springs, it was like, man, your team works hard. And it's like, all I have to do is tell them to go play basketball and go practice. And that's the mentality they have. So that's just the type of characters that we have in our building and, you know, playing for this program. And it makes me happy. Because they're like my daughters, but they're not. But, you know, you're with them more. I'm with these girls more than I am my own family. And, like, they know my kids, and it's just great.
All right. Well, any closing thoughts before we wrap this up?
You asked me a question about, like, these two for the program. I did tell you the story earlier about Emma shooting a three from, it felt like she
From
shot
the volleyball line?
It felt like she shot it from Whitehall. That was interesting to see, but these girls are going to be vital for us this year. I told Emma she's been balling since April, and she has. She played against Olivia Flynn, who is a very high prospect out in Petoskey, and she did really well against Olivia. And
Another Flynn up there, huh?
Yeah,
that's a
there's three
name
of
up
them.
there in Petoskey.
Johnny Flynn,
Yep.
and yeah, Amy Flynn, know them pretty good well too. He's
Yep.
an all-time leading scorer at Grand Valley.
Yep.
But, and then, I mean, Kendall, I mean, you know, she's going to go where she wants to go. Like, it's just what she is. And as long as these two are the hardest workers in the gym, I like her chances.
All right. Anything else from you guys?
No.
Thanks a lot, and thanks for your patience. Sorry for the hiccups in the beginning, but I think we got it rolling after
No,
we
you're
got things
good.
figured out.
And we
So
appreciate like all that CatchMark does for us, because you guys do a great job. And there's not a lot of this for high school sports, so that's awesome, and we appreciate it a lot. And
thank you. We thank you guys for being receptive to it. So
we're ready to get going.
yep.
Let's
All
go.
right. Well, let's. We're gonna transition back potentially here if I can figure this out, so everyone can see how inept I am at this stuff. But do a little transition right now. And we are live. So we are with Orchard View girls basketball team, previewing the 2022-23 season. I'm here with Coach Jeff Sturkin, and then if you could introduce yourself, your names and your positions and what grade you're in, ladies.
I'm Cambry Hardy, and I'm in 11th grade, and I play guard.
My name is Peyton Black. I am also in 11th grade, and I'm also a guard.
Jeff, first year here at Orchard View.
Yes.
Coming over, you were at Ravenna for how many years?
I was there for, altogether about 10.
Okay.
That's with boys and girls combined, 10, 12 years.
And what do you take from that experience and bring over to OV? And how excited are you to take on this new role at OV?
I'm really excited. The welcome I had when I first walked in the open gym was unbelievable. Girls showed a lot that they're interested in playing and getting better. And I'm going to bring what I know, my offense, my defense. There's some other things that I'm fooling around with that we're going to try some new things. We got some really good speed that I'm really excited about. So we got some new things coming.
And what's it been like with a new coach, and what's the transition been like for you guys?
It's a cool experience, getting somebody else's views. I feel like he's a good coach, and he just teaches us a lot, and he's only been here for a little while.
Yeah, what Cam said, he's a really good coach, and he has really good personality. I thought it was going to be weird having a new coach and, awkward, but he's made us feel really welcome, and he's honestly taught me a lot so far.
And what's the biggest thing that you're trying to establish here at Orchard View? What are the things you're trying to bring over and establish in terms of culture and all those things?
We're going to build a program here. We're going to start from our youth program. We're going to hit our middle schoolers and our high schoolers. And that's where we need to start. We got to start at the bottom and work our way up to the top. And it's already coming together slowly but surely. I had a lot of good feedback from a lot of people in the area. They're excited about it, and I can't wait to get rolling.
And then what about you guys in terms of what are you looking to do to change maybe people's perceptions of Orchard View basketball?
Well, we kind of have a reputation for not having the best varsity team out there. So me and I know others coming up, we really want to show that we are way more than what we've shown in the past few years. I want to go out there and I want to have more of a winning season, and I want to show that we are a good team and we are work together, and that this is just more than basketball.
I'd like to add to that if I could. I tell these girls a lot. Just from what I see, they are better than they think they are. And that goes from every player on the team, even the JV players. They are better than they think they are.
And how hard is it, like that mental piece, and with young people to get them to actually believe that yeah, you guys aren't as far away as you think you are, and a lot of this is a mental hurdle.
They're hungry, and I can tell they want to learn, and I think they believe it right away. One thing that I've learned is you have to give them positivity all the time. But there's times that you got to get on them. And they take the positivity and they run with it. And I see them do new things every day. And we haven't even touched, the surface of what we're going to do. But it's getting everybody on board. And I think we have that at the varsity level. And sometimes we try to do a little too much with the ball in practice, and all that will come together. So,
You talk about new things. One new big thing that's new is the West Michigan Conference expanding from 8 to 14 schools. And you guys last year were in the Lakes 8, and now you're in the West Michigan Conference, and you're in the Lakes Division, the bigger schools division. So you're, the likes of Ludington, Manistee, Whitehall, Montague, et cetera, Fremont, the other schools that are in there. And, what do you anticipate with some of these teams are familiar, but what do you anticipate this year?
I'm really excited to play Montague. I think they're going to be really good competitors, and they're really going to show us a lot. Ludington, we play them every year. They're also really good.
Yeah, they were in the semifinals last year, so.
Yeah, they did really good. I'm also excited to play Manistee. I think that'll be a good game for us.
And what about you? What do you anticipate this year?
The schools are bigger. It's going to be tougher, but I think we'll prevail.
Yeah.
Now, Coach, what can you say about these two that are here with us on this podcast, and what they bring to your team and to your program?
They bring a lot of leadership. We got a couple other girls that are out there right now that is also leaders. Peyton is she's one that is a quick learner, along with Cambry, and they help the teammates out when we're struggling on offense. And they're great athletes, and they got great personalities, and they're just awesome people.
And let me know, like, if you do shout out other players, just give their first last name, just so people know, because they're not going to have the context.
Actually, I don't know their last names. I've only been with this team for like 3 weeks, so.
Well, I saw you doing a lot of Oakridge football games, so you've been busy with that too.
Yeah, and that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
But Maya, Cambry, who else do we have? Hickory. They're all great. They're all, they're wanting to learn. And these two girls in here right now, Cambry and Peyton, they are good teachers, and they know what's going on. They study the game, and they watch other players, and they help the other players. So we got one injured right now, and hopefully she gets back real soon. So I want to see what she can do. Right now, I'm just kind of more observing and kind of putting all the pieces together. I'm giving them opportunity, and it's going to be up to them to take advantage of that opportunity.
So one thing we used to do when we did these player profiles, put the athletes on camera and ask them fun and goofy questions, is we asked them to impersonate their coach. Are you guys willing to do that on this podcast?
Yeah. Okay. You go first? Yeah, I'm going to go first. Get on the line. 24s. Come on, ladies, you got it. 2 minutes, 24 touches. Let's go. Let's go. A bad pass makes a bad shot.
Time out. Remember to keep it clean. This is a live show. You haven't gone down the bad road, but keep it clean. So go ahead. Continue. I'm sorry.
Pass makes a bad shot. Right there, yup. Great. This is great. I really love it here, man. You're welcome. I'm having a great time. I'm really loving it.
You got anything for Coach?
You just took all mine. I don't really know. You took all the good ones. Candy. Oh, yeah, he brings candy in practice every day. Y'all want to try this?
Yeah.
So, for me, growing up playing sports and covering them in my career, I think it's the games are fun, practices, they should be fun. And if they're not, then maybe it's not the right outlook into practice, but it's the other stuff, the bus trips. It's these things like the media day events. It's the stuff that you do around the sport that I think is really special. So what are some of the cool things so far that you've noticed with the team, that maybe that special bond that you guys have?
We always have fun. It's never a bad environment with us.
Yeah, we've all grown up together. We know each other, so it's always really playful. And even if we're having a bad game, we're still out there having fun. And a lot of us hang out outside of just basketball, so it's like we all know each other, and it's not just like a connection on the court, but a connection off the court. And inviting Jeff to be a part of our connection off the court has been something that we also really enjoy, because he's a great person.
All right, cool. And then expectations or anything else as we wrap this up here? What are the things that, or how do you foresee the season unfolding, or what are your expectations for any of you?
I asked the girls, what's our goal win-wise? Their number was quite high. I was surprised. That's what I like about them, is they're confident. I'm guessing 5 to 7 wins. Mm-hmm. Some of these wins that they were picking was 12 and 13. So confidence is a big thing in my program. So I'm excited for that.
What do you guys think?
I think we're expecting a lot out of this season, especially since we have a new team, new coach. So I expect to go out there, and I expect us all to try our hardest and really go out there and really want to win, because it honestly starts with us wanting it.
Any closing thoughts? Everyone keeps stealing your thunder, don't they?
Cam's the first in a few words.
I do want to say a couple things. I want to give a shout out to our JV coach.
Carnisha Kaiser.
Yeah, she is awesome. She invited me to the first open gym. Had a bunch of girls in there. She's giving me all the information on where they played and all their names. She does a lot for me, even behind the scenes. Mm-hmm. And our assistant coach,
Jessica Scarborough.
yeah, she is awesome too. She does an awesome job for me. We're putting a program together for our girls, and she's doing all the pictures, and it's awesome. I love it.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on this podcast. You got one more?
One more. I want to thank Alex,
Alex German.
our trainer.
I feel like we're at the Oscars right now.
Well, let me tell you why I want to thank him. He loaned me some apparel so I could wear because I don't even have any yet.
That's looking good. Looking
right.
good in it. Yeah. So.
All right.
No, but thanks for joining me on this season preview podcast, and best wishes to the Orchard View Cardinals this season.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
All right. We good?
Good. Yep, we're good.
All right, man.
And we are live, Coach.
Okay.
So I'm with Whitehall Vikings girls basketball team, Coach Brian Milliron. Thanks for joining me on the podcast here, the season preview.
Thank you for having us.
Yes, and then if you young ladies can introduce yourselves, names, positions, what grade you're in.
I'm
I'm Annika Dempsey. I'm our point guard, and I'm in 12th grade.
Let's lift your camera up a little bit. There you go. And then let's lift, if you could grab the back of yours there and lift.
Up or
Yeah.
Yep, that way.
keep going?
I think, no, a little bit lower.
Like up
Down
way?
a little, the other way.
Wait.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're good. You're good. Just want to be able to see you guys. Well, so yeah, sorry for interrupting, but go ahead and continue with the introductions.
I'm Lola Buckner. I'm a senior and I'm a shooting guard.
All right. So thanks for joining me on here. I'm sure you guys are ready to get rolling. You're already obviously well into your practices, and we got some teammates making faces outside the glass window. That's normal.
I'd expect nothing less.
But that's fine. That's the fun in this. But first year as the head coach here, what have you been greeted with, and what's been expected? What have been the surprises, et cetera, so far?
Sure. Not a bear cupboard. Derek Westerland, who's been coaching here very successfully for a number of years, left this year. And he left me 7 seniors, 2 of which are here. It is fantastic to be able to deal with them on a daily basis in the classroom and on the court. And that's just made the adjustment from JV to varsity just that much easier. We got 12 girls this year. Great kids. I'd take them anywhere. And I'm looking forward to a very successful season.
And then what's it been like with the new guy coming in?
It's been great, honestly. You know, he's just welcomed us with open arms. We've welcomed him. Gone both ways. Cheerful. Always smiling. Always. Brightens up our day.
I guess I feel like, he was around last year. He was the JV coach, so we all kind of got used to him a little bit being around. But having him as like my own coach, it's fun. I like it.
So this isn't meant to be a shameless plug, but the media day festivities we got here, sorry for the little backup with teams. There was some teams that all requested 9 o'clock, and we tried to accommodate everybody, but we knew it was going to be backed up, and we got some more people doing some stuff in the window here. But what's been the highlight so far of this, would you say? What part of this media day have you enjoyed the most in the different stations we're sending you through?
Definitely the fog. It's hilarious listening to them yell when they try to do like emotion, and it's so funny.
I actually really enjoyed the interview station that we were just at before this. Watching everybody incapable of answering one
Oh, yeah,
single
the TikTok
question is
interview.
so funny. Like nobody could come up with something.
Is it harder to interview or to be interviewed?
I don't.
I'd say be interviewed. You
feel
gotta
like
think
you're-
on the spot.
You guys are doing fine right now.
That's true.
I guess.
Maybe it's because I don't want to say there's not a mic in your face, because there is, but it's just not the same. Podcast is just a little more relaxed, laid back, I think.
Yeah. The fact that the TikTok is gonna literally be posted on TikTok, I think, is what scared everybody else.
This is another shameless plug, but if you guys do, we welcome you guys to take your own photos and videos and stuff, but if you could please tag us, because that helps us out too, and I think it helps everybody, because we're growing a pretty good audience, and social media space, our TikTok's been blowing up too, so.
Yeah, your TikTok's always on my For You page.
Yeah, all right, love to hear it,
I
but
repost those all the time.
are you a TikToker?
I got 2 daughters at home, coach, so I'm inundated. And then the girls, of course, are always trying to get me involved. And to this point, I've been somewhat successful on staying out of it. But social media is definitely the purview of them, and I just try to stay with the X's and O's.
Yeah, so now we're going to talk about that now too. So you talked about the cupboard's not bare. Who are some of the other players that you have on the roster that you'd like to give a shout out to? And then what would you say about these two and their value, what they bring to the team?
Sure. Last year we had Charlie Clint, who kind of did a little bit of everything, and she led across the board. And we don't have Charlie Clint this year, but we have a whole lot of girls who are going to be able to make up for that. We're not going to have somebody that's going to average 20 points a game. We're going to have a bunch of girls that are going to be able to contribute, and that's the best part of it. Then of course these 2 girls here, Annika Dempsey, Lola Buckner, the leaders on and off the court. They're the girls that are looked up to. They're our captains. Emily MacArthur and I talked about that on Saturday for our lock-in. And they've done everything we've asked them to and more. In terms of, we had our scrimmage yesterday at Cedar Springs. The girls were like, hey, let's come in 45 minutes early and walk through our plays and get ourselves warmed up. And that's the senior leadership stuff that I've been left with, and I'm very, very happy to have that.
Lola, can you move your mic down a little bit, because we want to hear you, but we also want to see you, and it's kind of covering up. If you can maybe pull that arm down a little more.
This one? Or
Yep.
There you go.
Just that's a little better. Now we can see you.
Okay.
Probably the same for you too. If you want to, just that whole arm can come down just a little bit. I know we're adjusting midstream here, but want people to be able to see you and hear you. But what has your take been so far on what you've seen with the team and practices, and maybe where were you coming from last year compared to where you guys are now?
Last year, like Millie said, Charlie was a big leader on our team, but I think this year we have, instead of one strong leader, we have a lot of leaders and a lot of people that bring the energy to practice every day,
I feel pretty much the same way. I feel like we have a ton of people that want to be there. Like having 7 seniors, we've played together since we were 3rd graders, I feel like. So having everybody that wants to be there and having the energy, it all just makes practice more fun, and it makes it I want to go to practice, not crap, I have to go to practice.
Yeah, it's good. It's a get to kind of mindset as opposed to have to.
Absolutely.
How big of a difference does that make, having that mindset?
Oh, it's everything. I mean, basketball season is a long season. And if, in November, if we're having the, I have to, as opposed to we get to attitude, it's going to make it that much longer. I'm excited to go. I cannot wait to go. We're practicing right after this. We're going to get into it. Practice Sunday, practice Monday, Cadillac on Tuesday, and then we get to continue on for the next, hopefully, 16, 17 weeks here. And
yeah, so that answered one of my questions too, who you guys are opening with. Where's that one at?
Cadillac's at home. It was going to be there, and it was on a Tuesday, and that would be a bit of a trek.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of happy that we're home. So that'll be a great Viking versus Viking matchup that we have there. Cadillac's a big school. Be a great test for us. We saw them, a number of those girls on the basketball team come down on the volleyball team and play. They got some size to them. They just participated in the state finals for volleyball, losing in the state finals. So we got some fantastic athletes there, and we're looking forward to the challenge for game 1.
Can you guys believe that the season's here, basically? I mean, you got Thanksgiving weekend, and then you're basically in it.
Oh, I'm so excited. I've been waiting for basketball season for so long.
I'm actually geeked. I feel like it came way faster than I was expecting, which is sad being a senior. It's my last run through, and I feel like I wasn't ready. I feel like we were counting down the days, and the last thing I knew, it was 30 days till game day, and now it's 5 days till game day, and I'm panicking.
Oh, that's awesome. But so one thing before we get back to the basketball is we used to do these player profiles where we get the athletes on camera, ask them goofy questions. So we're not really doing that, but kind of with the video stuff. But this is your time to kind of clown around a little bit. But can you guys, either of you, do an impersonation of your coach? Like things he might say in practice. And remember, this is a PG podcast.
Oh yeah. Probably just, come on, kiddo, you got it. Give me your all.
Kiddo's a classic.
Loves
It's
kiddo.
always kiddo. That away, kiddo. Good shot, kiddo. Rebound, kiddo.
Or just the classic kid. You got it, kid.
Do you got any answer to that?
I teach a lot of kids. my name recall is not the greatest in the world. So that's my default, because then I can't mess that up.
That's right. I hear you on that. So I could really set you up for failure here if I ask you to impersonate them, because then you could get in trouble with parents and stuff. So I'm going to refrain from that question right now. So, but basically, with the changes going on in the conference, obviously conference expansion, going from 8 to 14 in the league, and then changing to the Lakes and the Rivers divisions, you guys will be facing a couple new teams, Ludington, Manistee, Fremont. I think you guys have played probably in the non-league, and maybe even some of the other schools from time to time. But what do you guys anticipate with this new division and these new challenges?
I think it's going to be fantastic. We have schools that are relatively equal in size, and some fantastic schools in terms of what they do athletically. I coach the quiz bowl team too, so we have Ludington and Manistee. I mean, they're great at quiz bowl. They're great at basketball. They're great at what they do there. So I'm just looking forward to having OV, having Fremont, having all these different schools in there. It just makes a very strong West Michigan conference that much stronger.
What do you guys think about these different challenges that you're going to face this year?
Like he said, I'm excited about it. New competition. I think it's going to be great for us. A lot more equal in size, schools-wise. Good competition.
I completely agree. I'm excited to have Ludington. I don't think we've ever played Manistee. So seeing them, I think will be really good competition for all of us. But Ludington has always been like a huge competitor. We've played them on weekends, just in the off, like, or not the off season, but just last season, like a non-league game, Saturday, whatever, drive to Ludington and play. But now that it's like conference, I feel like it'll be great for us to really put ourselves out there and show off what we can do.
Yeah, and Ludington was in the semifinals last year, so they're coming off a big season as well. But any other final thoughts, parting shots, anything like that?
Parting shots. I feel very connected to like this group of seniors. Having 7 seniors, last time we had 7 seniors was in 05 when Whitehall won the districts. And they put a tremendous amount of work in the offseason. From when I started up again in the spring, all summer and the fall, and the dedication's been there. It's going to be very sad to have these 7 seniors go, and the inevitability of that happens. But during this ride, it's going to be a blast. And I just can't wait till Tuesday and we can get started.
Any thoughts from you guys before we say goodbye on this podcast preview?
Nope, like Millie said, I'm excited to get started with the season.
I'm ready. I think this will be kind of one of our most exciting seasons we've had yet. 7 seniors. I'm disappointed that we're going to have to go out and go our separate ways, but it'll be fun.
Looking forward to seeing it, and thanks for coming on this, and thanks for coming to Media Day. I appreciate that as well. And that'll do it with our podcast season preview with the Whitehall Vikings, and best wishes to you guys.
Thank you for having
Thanks,
us.
Scotty.
Sure, certainly. Good to go. Thanks a lot. Good job, guys. Travis? Let's do that one more time because I think we still had the subscribe button on. See, I make mistakes all the time, but let's go through that again. Coach Travis Rosema, how many years is this for you?
My 5th year.
Okay, 5th year. Okay. Sorry. If you could introduce yourself, do that whole thing again. Sorry.
Oh, my name's Mariana Venamo. I'm a senior and I play guard.
My name's Addie Hovey. I'm a sophomore and I play forward.
Great. Good job. Thanks for coming on, guys. What's the media day experience been like so far? What's been your favorite part?
It's been pretty good. My favorite part is probably our teammate Abby is very excited and going a little crazy.
Same.
What is she doing?
Screaming.
What, in the video portion of it?
Yeah.
She has a hidden talent, you'll see.
Yeah. We'll have to see that. Is it on a TikTok?
Yes.
Oh, I can't wait to see that. Those are all drafts unpublished because I need to view them before they go out. Which, a reminder, this is live, so just let's keep it PG if we could. So, because it'd be hard for us to edit. We could edit if we have to, but I know you guys aren't that type anyway. But, Coach, coming off another really successful season, what can you say real quick about what that group last year was able to accomplish?
It was a great season. Didn't end the way we wanted it to, but with the circumstances we had, I thought we grew as a team. Losing Jade was big, but we had girls step up, obviously. Addie took a larger role. Mariana also here took a larger role, had more scoring. So it, first conference championship in 28 or 29 years. So that was a special event right there.
Yeah. And then what are your memories of last year? What stood out the most to you guys?
What stood out the most to me personally was our team. All of us were super close. We all had a lot of fun car rides, just pregame, dancing in the locker room, singing. It's really fun, and it was a great team. The seniors we lost were really influential, but the team we have this year is really good too, and I'm excited.
What do you think, Eddie?
I think we had a great season last year. I love that we all came together, like even though we lost Jade, we came together more as a team and we all had to step up. And I loved how we were just loved to play and really worked hard. So.
And then how's the transition been? Because obviously there's carryover because you got some players returning and there's the culture that you guys have already established. But what's that like, I guess, every year when you come into a new season?
Every season's different. Obviously, we have 4 starters for all conference players coming back, which any coach would love to have. And these girls put in a lot of time in the summer. So coming into this new season is just, the girls, Mariana talked about it, having those seniors that we had. Not only were they great basketball players, but they were great leaders and great people. So the biggest thing this year is replacing that leadership and growing as a team that has that standpoint. Talent-wise, we're still talented. It's just becoming leaders and becoming close as a team again.
And assuming with these 2 in the podcast interview with us, these are 2 of your leaders. And how much of that have you felt in terms of the importance of stepping into that role? I know you guys kind of maybe did it in certain ways last year, but even more needed now to step into those roles.
Right. Well, we have 5 seniors on the team, and then we have Abby and Addie, who we've been playing with for so long. So all of us really know the team together. We know each other. We know our strengths and weaknesses. And we have really vocal leaders, but we also have a lot of silent, more hidden leaders. But all of us work together. We lead really good. I mean, we're all pretty influential with each other.
Yeah, I don't really have anything to build off of that.
You guys have Hart's got a lot of great things going on now, a lot of ways, school, but obviously athletics as well. Mm-hmm. Who's the best athlete on the team? I already know, kind of, but I want to hear it from you guys.
Yeah, personally, I believe the best athlete is Addie Jo. She's crazy athletic, crazy good.
Who's the best shooter?
Who's the best shooter?
Mariana.
I think Mariana.
Mariana.
But definitely the best shooter.
Those were kind of baited questions. I kind of knew what those answers would be, but I just wanted to hear him say it.
Yeah, Mariana's the best shooter. I got a reminder at times, shooters shoot. Everyone goes through slumps, but we have a lot of great athletes and a lot of good shooters. But Addie Joe's just, throw this out there, she's kind of a freak athlete.
I would agree with that from what I've seen. So what else would you add about these two and how you're going to be relying on them and so forth?
Well, Mariana just is just listening to her talk and being around her so long. She's just so poised and just calming to listen to. So she brings that, that to the team, and she's just a phenomenal person. And then Addie, I still don't know if she realizes how good she can be when she's not timid. So the other girls look up to her and just her athletic ability. So hopefully they realize that and put it together.
So I'll kick this to you two. Give a shout out to the other girls on your team who play the big roles. And I mean, I know when you got a team, everybody's important, but who are some of the other girls that people need to be paying attention to this season?
Definitely our two other returning starters, Aspen and Abby. All of us have put in a countless amount of off-season time, hitting the gyms in the summer. All of us were there, camps, training. I mean, we all want this really bad. And we were talking as a team. We didn't like how we finished our season last year, and we're not done. And this is our last year, and we really want it.
At what point did you guys lose last year? What round of the tournament?
District finals.
And who'd you guys fall to then? Was it Western Michigan Christian?
Yeah.
And obviously you guys had, in previous years, had gotten steps further than that, but obviously Christian was a very good team last year too, as were you guys. What are the things that you take away from last year, Addie, about as far as the way the season went and where you got to the tournament?
Can you explain the question?
Just what do you think your biggest takeaways were from last year? What did you learn the most as far as the way the season went and what you can carry over into the season?
Last year, I think we did well. We learned a lot from this. Like before in the season, we were trying to get our press down and hitting our open players and moving the ball one more time. And I think we did really good last year. Carrying into the halftime, we were doing really well, and then we came back out and we just got cold, and I think we weren't vocal to our teammates that we needed to change this. So I think this year, when something like that happens again, we'll be more vocal and telling our teammates hey, we need to step up, we need to get out of this. So yeah, that's what I take away from last season.
All right, and then a little bit different this year, obviously with the conference expansion, going from 8 to 14 schools, and then going into divisions. You guys being in the Rivers division, what do you anticipate in that this year? How different will that be?
It's going to be different. We're losing Whitehall and Oakridge, which in years past they've been good teams. They've been a little bit down. Oakridge is getting better with Morgan, and I think Whitehall is going to be a little bit better and may surprise some people this year. So it's tough losing games like that have traditionally been competitive and good for us, and then you're going in and you're getting a team that is struggling to put 5 girls on the court. And so it's just from that standpoint. So it kind of hurts us, but in that aspect, we beefed up our non-conference schedule because we have less games, so we're able to schedule more.
I noticed that too, right away too, right? Ludington?
Yeah.
So how excited are you to get that game in the opener, a team that was in the semifinals last year in Division II? What do you guys think?
I'm excited. We're ready to play them. I mean, obviously they have height, but we have speed. And I think that'll be a big killer when we play them.
Yeah, definitely our speed and our defense and our press. I think we can really we can really beat them off of that and get a lot of transition layups and points off of that.
So one thing we used to do at media days was these player profiles. We still have some different elements, video and stuff like that, but we used to do the player profiles where we'd ask players individually about goofy questions. You might know where I'm going with this, but does either of you care to do impersonation of your coach before we say goodbye to you on this podcast?
Addie?
I don't have one.
Or what's one of his isms? What does he say? Like, what does he always say?
A lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
Just
Joe, I can't think of one right now.
See, it must not be that bad then.
No, there's
I got
There's so many. I just can't pick one.
like the day when we walked in, we're at the smoke machine, and I think is it Billy?
Yeah.
Doing that.
Yeah.
Billy's like, okay, walk to the light, and I'm like, well, that's the opposite. I heard my whole life, and the girls just kind of looked at me and shook their head. I'm like, so it's just
Little things
little
like that.
stuff I say, and
little comments.
Or, for example, yesterday we were doing a drill in practice, and he was like, "Stop, stop!" And then he was like, "Why are we walking?" I mean, I was like, he said stop. That's one example that happened yesterday. Can you think of one, Joe?
No, I honestly can't.
She's
I'm trying to think.
She's under pressure right
I
now.
know.
She'll think as soon as we put the headset down, she'll think of something.
she's still a sophomore, so she's
Right.
like, I got two more years,
Right.
so I got to
Right.
behave.
Right. So, well, anyway, thanks a lot, guys. You got some teammates waving to you in the glass door here. But you guys did a great job. I know you might have been a little nervous, but you did great. So
Real quick, I know you asked Mar about some of the other players, but I'm really excited to see what Chloe, Savannah, and Michaela can do, given their opportunities that they're going to get this year. So, as juniors, they didn't get a lot of opportunities last year, but I'm excited to see what they can do to help out the team.
you got a scrimmage today, right? A big scrimmage that you're heading to after this, right?
Yep, 3 games a day.
So that's awesome. And we'll let you get out on the road and safe travels for that. But thanks for coming in for Media Day, and thanks for joining me on this podcast interview. And we look forward to seeing you in the season. Good luck to the Hart Pirates.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Mar, you sound so professional.
Yeah, I know. You sounded really good.
All right, we're live. So we have with us the Ravenna Bulldogs girls basketball team. Luke Hausman, first-year coach with the Bulldogs. He's made other coaching stops. Thanks for joining us today on this.
Thank you guys for having us.
Yeah, and then if you guys can introduce yourselves, names, what grade you're in, what position you play.
All right, I'm Olivia Gilbert. I'm a junior, and I play point guard and shooting guard.
I'm Emma Gillard. I'm a senior, and I play guard.
All right, thanks for coming on. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.
Yep, always nice to have the Bulldogs in, and my old stomping grounds. So it's always fun to get back out there and to cover the teams representing Ravenna. So, what's it been like? And this is open to any of you, but what's it been like with the obviously new coach coming in? How's it been different, and what are the things you've learned so far?
I would say it's very different in my opinion because I've never had a coach like Luke. I, since third grade, have had the same coaches, which I love them, and his style is very different, and it's very new, and I like it, and we're learning to play at a fast pace, which I don't think we've ever learned to play like that before, so it's new and exciting, and I can't wait to see what our season is like with this new plays and all that stuff.
What do you think?
Coach really pushes us hard. I think most girls haven't been coached hard, so it's making us better players and better teammates and just a better person in general. It really helps us with the outside world, and I learned so much new things about basketball that I've never learned before, day by day.
And what's it like to hear that from, coming into a program where, you're trying to establish a culture and trying to kind of shake things up a little bit in some ways, and how refreshing is it to hear some of these things they're saying?
It means a lot. I coach for the kids. I love them. When the job opened in the community, I figured I live in town. I've seen them struggle for a number of years, and even though I haven't coached girls, I wanted that challenge, and I've got it, and I love it. The girls are the most coachable group of kids that I've had. They're super hard workers. They're sponges. They like to learn. So I'm really, really excited this season to see their progress. Just in 5-6 practices, the progress has been tremendous, and hopefully that continues throughout the season.
Putting you on the spot a little bit, but what are the differences between coaching boys or coaching girls, or there really aren't too many, or just maybe in certain ways, or no?
Well, athletically, it's a little different. Obviously, the guys' game is so fast. On the girls' side, I think you can do a few different things that you wouldn't get away with as much on the guys' side. From a gender standpoint, you guys, you're dealing more a lot of times with an alpha male that sometimes it's tough to get through to them. Sometimes you got to be super tough on them to get them to bend and mold the way you need them to make the team better. Where the girls, honestly, you don't need to do a whole lot of yelling. And I'm pretty intense, but they're really receptive just to talking to them, and they work really, really hard. I'm thrilled with it. I'm enjoying it very much.
And then on the flip side for you guys, what's that been like? We kind of touched on it a little bit already, but maybe his mannerisms, just maybe expectations and those things. And is it stuff that you can see where, yeah, I think this is a lot different, but this is what we need?
I think it is a lot different, but it is what we need. Luke went out of his way last year to get me into camps because he knows I needed the help, and I did jump rope for 5 hours a day. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, I have never done this before, but I know that has made me a lot better basketball player, and I needed that help. So yeah, I think it helps a lot, and we needed that change.
Yeah, I agree. I think the expectations are so much higher than they were from my freshman year and up. I feel like that I have to be my best at all time, and that's how it should be. But when I was a freshman and stuff, I kind of just got into it. I really didn't I didn't think my expectations were super high, but now that he's been there, he's been watching us play since my freshman year at games, so he's been there, and he knows each girl. So yeah, it's definitely helped.
No, there's a good group of athletes at Ravenna, I think, coming through the school now, and you see it in other sports. So how excited are you guys to maybe be able to kind of move the needle a little more, just because, there's the new culture, and, you're like, we're here to compete now. You know, that we don't want to be the pushover anymore.
I'm excited. I'm excited like start winning a lot more games and like pushing myself to become a better player every single day and improve so much this season.
Yeah, and I've seen it definitely in like the middle school leagues. Like middle school did so well. I think the 7th grade, was it 7th grade that won, or was it
7th grade won the league. They were 9-1 in the regular season, and 8th grade went 8-2.
Yeah, that's great.
And we're just gonna like get so much more athletes out knowing that we have like a winning program. I think that's gonna help because I mean we don't really have a lot of girls coming out for basketball, but like after we turn this like season around, there's gonna be so many girls athletes coming out for basketball, and it's gonna be really cool.
No, that's a great attitude, and that's not easy, right? When you get quote the new guy with new ideas and a new way of doing things, you know, and there's a lot of discipline coming in.
But these girls, I mean, they're going to leave a legacy too. I mean, they're the start of this, but what they do is just as important as what we do 3, 4, 5 years down the road. They're leaving their mark, and I'm excited to see that where they end up. It's going to be pretty awesome, I think.
So how important are these two in particular to what you're trying to do?
Very important. Livy's a junior, and obviously Emma is a senior. Very hardworking kids. Emma is a very, very gifted athlete. But I always preach team. I mean, we have 3 girls that really stand out as basketball players right now. And then we have girls that come around them and they make everything happen. I think everybody's role is super important. We talk about whether you're the best kid on the team or you're the 12th kid on the team, it doesn't matter. You're all important. You all have a role, and you all make this team what it's going to be. So each one of them, not just these two, but each one of them are special kids. I'm really excited, like I said, to be able to work with them.
Yeah, I'm glad you took it that way because that was going to be my next question anyway, was for maybe you guys to shout out some of your other teammates. And obviously I never want to leave anyone out, but who are some of the other girls, if you could just kind of mention them by name, first and last name, who are playing key roles or really improving or really kind of, buying into this?
I would say probably Emily Postema because she's a freshman and she's our point guard, and I'm learning to become like a good teammate with her because I've never played with her before. I've played with all of these other girls since 3rd grade, and her being so much younger than us, I've never played with her before, and I learn new things from her every day, and I think she's a great teammate, and we get along well, and she's a great teammate to have on the court.
Is there any others? And I obviously don't want to leave them out, and you all have the chance if there's anyone else you want to mention, but I don't know if you want to mention them all because if you leave one out, don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or anything. But
no, they all play an important role. I mean, statistically, if you're looking at from a basketball standpoint, Emma and Addie and Emily statistically are probably going to lead us. But like I said, Olivia. I mean, there's Olivia, Kara, Postma, Kendra Postma, Tegan. Tegan can shoot the 3. Chloe really works hard defensively. Who else am I missing?
Olivia Porter works really hard.
Olivia Porter, yep, she does. She's been out the last 2 or 3 practices. She had to have her wisdom teeth removed, so last night at her scrimmage, she didn't participate in that, but she works really hard.
I don't know if you said Bryn, but she's coming off an injury, and she did really good last night, and I'm excited to see her.
Yeah, so she had an ACL tear, and she hasn't played sports in a year, and she is, from the first day of conditioning to today, is an amazing transformation where she's headed, just with her getting in shape and her getting more confident, I think, on her knee, and she's a worker. She's actually one of our captains. So Emma and Kara Postma and her are our captains this year, and they all bring something great to the table. And I picked them for that reason.
So about that scrimmage, who'd you scrimmage and how'd it go?
We scrimmaged Pine River. It went pretty good. There's some things that we need to improve on, we can see, but we've only had like a couple weeks of practice, so.
Like 5 days, I think.
Yeah, so.
And who do you guys open with again?
Coopersville.
Coopersville. Is it Tuesday?
Yes.
Where's that game at?
At
Coopersville.
Okay. And what are your expectations? What are the goals this year for you guys?
Definitely winning a district. I think we haven't won a district since 2012, I think I looked at it. And that's like a big goal for me. And I think for the rest of my team is to win a district.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. Winning more games this year and like improving.
Definitely.
And like Emma said earlier, with improving the program, like we're going to get so many more girls once they're like, oh my gosh, like basketball's like a big thing now. And so, yeah.
Oh, that's great to see. You know, the boys have kind of, you know, changed that narrative a little bit in the last few years, you know, where it's maybe
It's more
thing.
relevant.
And there's going to be peaks and valleys, I think, at a small school, you know. But so in terms of media day here, what's been the highlight for you guys so far? What's been the most fun, I guess, segment or portion or station?
My favorite is just kind of coming up with the girls and like just talking and team bonding. And then when we got here, I liked the fog and I liked the lighting because like girls don't really get that type of stuff. Like we don't get that type of recognition. So to be asked to come here and do like the TikTok in the fog is super cool because girls are getting the recognition now.
No, it's cool, and they should get it. You know, we try to promote that at CatchMark here, so I'm glad that you guys feel that way. Yeah,
so
for
much.
sure. And look forward to covering you guys as well and seeing what you guys do. But one more thing I'll let you off the hook is we used to do these player profiles where we'd have individuals on the camera and answering goofy questions. But do you guys got any impersonations of your coach that you could do for me right now? Like what he does in practice, any mannerisms, any things he says, you know, clean, but.
I'd say take care of the ball. Let's go. Hustle. Come on. Literally, that's literally what he says.
Oh, come on. We got to finish. Make those layups all the time.
Is that pretty accurate?
That's some of it, yeah.
Some of it?
Yep.
All
yep.
right.
I'm sure there's more.
We don't want to let it all out right now. So,
Yeah.
But thanks for coming on, guys, and
thank
best
you.
wishes to the Ravenna Bulldogs in the 2022-23 season. And we loved having you here for Media Day. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yep. Good to go. And here we go. Again, this is Scott DeCamp with CatchMark SportsNet. We're here at the 2022 CatchMark SportsNet West Michigan Conference Girls Basketball Media Day. Now we have with us the Manistee Chippewas. We have head coach Ken Cott. Thanks for joining us, Ken.
Thanks for having us, Scott.
Yep, certainly. Appreciate you guys coming all the way down here for this. This is a fun event. Hopefully you guys are having fun, and it's a memorable thing. And, you know, we also, it's functional for us, too, because we get photos and videos, different stuff we use throughout the season, too. So
The girls are having a great time.
that's good. Thank you. I know there was a little bit of a back up there because teams were showing up all at the same time, even though the schedule was spaced out in some spots, but we do the best we can. But thanks for your patience. So
You bet.
could you guys introduce yourselves, say your names, positions, and what grade you're in?
I'm Libby McCarthy. I'm a junior, and I'm a guard.
I'm Lacey Zimmerman. I'm a senior, and I'm a guard.
All right, well, thanks for being on. Appreciate you guys being the brave souls to do it.
Of course.
So how many years you been coaching, Ken?
Quite a few. I was started back in 1985 as a freshman coach, and I think I took over the varsity in 1995. So,
Wow.
You know, add the math, I guess.
Yeah, and you got a pretty heavy plate, right, as the AD as well? So
Yes, I'm the AD, and I also do transportation. So
Oh, wow.
it's a busy life.
yeah. So, I mean, and I'll open this up, and you guys obviously are new to the West Michigan Conference, but there's some teams that are familiar. Obviously, Ludington, Manistee, Orchard View, those teams that you've been playing all along. But how exciting is it to kind of have maybe a little bit different look to the teams that you're playing now?
It's very exciting, and it's a lot of harder competitions, and so we'll hopefully get better than we were last year, just playing better teams.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it'll just make us better by like preparing us for districts too, because we'll have different districts. So I think that will be fun.
Are you both returnees then, from coming back from last year? So what was that season like, and how do you think you can build off that?
I think we struggled a lot, but we also had a lot of good moments. We ended the season really strongly against Cadillac in districts. We played a lot better than we have in previous games. So hopefully we'll pick up where we left off.
Yeah, at the start it wasn't very good, but like we weren't really happy with ourselves. But as the games went on, like districts was really good. We were all really happy, even though we didn't end up winning.
I think you're losing your headset. Is that why you're holding it or
Yeah.
something? Is it slipping down your face? I'm sorry. I think there's a way to adjust it, but I don't know.
It's too.
It
doesn't
I know.
adjust.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
She's watching those old radio shows where she's
Where
holding
they do
her
it like
ear.
this, yeah. Maybe she knows what she's doing with that. But what are the expectations this year? And this is open to all three of you. What are you looking to do?
Well, you know, one thing I think that we're looking to do is play 4 solid quarters of basketball every game. You know, we had a lot of moments, like they said, we were almost there in a couple situations, and it didn't happen because of maybe one bad quarter or, you know, one bad 5-minute span or whatever the case may be. So, you know, we want to make sure we're competitive from start of the game till the end of the game, and, you know, just to get over that hump that we never quite could get over last year.
Right. And, you know, what value, what do these girls that are with us here today bring to the team? What are you looking for from them?
Well, you know, Libby's been our leading scorer for a couple of years now, and Lacey's a senior, and Lacey's our point guard, and she's a senior at that point guard spot. So we're looking for her to do a lot of direction as far as which way the team is going to go and what they're going to do. And, you know, both of them offer tremendous leadership to the team. So that's probably the most important thing that they can bring to us.
So I certainly don't want to leave anyone out, you know, but if there's some of your other teammates that you wouldn't mind giving a shout out to, first name, last name, let me know who they are, and just so our viewers can know, you know, maybe what to look for and what to expect out of the team this year. Who are some of the other key players do you think? And again, don't want to leave anyone out, but who are some of the ones that come to mind right away?
I think Abby Robinson's going to have a breakthrough season for her because she's been working on her post moves and just being more confident with herself. And I think that she'll prove herself this year.
And what does she play?
Post,
okay.
I was thinking Jana Edmondson because she's also one of like our better scorers, and I think she's progressed throughout the years that I've played with her. So I think she'll do good this year. And
then anyone else? And again, I kind of hesitate because I don't want you to start listing off names and you
Sure.
inadvertently leave one off, and then somebody feels bad. I'm not trying to do that, but
Right.
just want to give you a platform to be able to talk about your team a little bit.
Well, and what's going to be so important too this year is that we do get contributions from everybody. It's not going to be a one-person team. It's not going to be a two-person team. In fact, we hope that we have different people being the leading scorer each night, which would be awesome. So, you don't want to leave anybody out without naming everybody on the team, but it's got to be a team contribution.
And then in terms of what it looks like with your schedule, who do you open with? When's that game? Is it Tuesday? And who do you have, and when do you kick it off?
Yeah, we kick it off on Monday night next week at home against Pine River, and then we play the next night at home against Mason County Central. So into the fire, ready or not.
Yeah, no, you guys, how excited are you about that? Because practice has been going now. You're in your second week, but you got Thanksgiving weekend, and hopefully you can enjoy that. But it's no problem. Yeah, hopefully you can enjoy that. But you're in it. As soon as this weekend's over, you're in it. How's that feel?
Very exciting. And we start off at home, and we play Scottville at home this year. It'll be exciting.
Yeah.
And any other big opponents or rivals on your schedule that you're really looking forward to taking on this year?
Well, it'll be fun to play Benzie again because we had a good game against them, but we fell short. But hopefully we can come out on top this year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've had a pretty good squad too, Benzie.
Yeah, we've been pretty evenly matched the last couple of years, and it's kind of, you win one, and then we win one, and you win one, and we win one. So they got it last year, so we're looking to get it back this year.
And is Ludington then the chief rival, of course?
That's the big rivalry. There's no doubt about that.
Yeah.
They've got a really excellent team, and they had a fantastic season last year.
Yeah, getting to the semifinals, yeah.
And a lot of kids coming back, so it'll be a challenge for us, but we're hopefully up to the task.
Where do they grow these kids as far as like 6'2", 6'3"? You guys probably don't have that, do you?
No.
Where do they get that from?
Who knows?
They can't kick a couple of those kids over to you
I don't
guys?
know
Or?
if there's a line on US 10 or something that nobody over 6 feet past this line. I don't know.
So, but obviously you have your strengths as well, so you try to obviously capitalize on those. But as far as the media day here, what's been the highlight for you guys so far? I know you haven't been in the TikTok station, but I think you've been through the fog machine, right?
We have.
What was that like for you guys?
Oh, it was fun. We've never done anything like that before.
Like the screaming was really fun.
That was entertaining.
So, and what about this podcast interview? Is this maybe not as bad as you thought? Maybe semi-relaxing, not too bad, rather than having a camera in your face or something?
Yeah, this is much better.
Much better.
Yeah.
And what's this guy like to play for? What are his? One thing I've been asking is impressions or impersonations, the players of the coach. Is there anything he says all the time? Any mannerisms? Any motions that he does all the time? Let's hear it.
Make jokes with us.
he's
He
very
tricks us
sarcastic.
so much, and we can't tell if he's being serious or not. He's a trickster.
Any examples? Any jokes he makes? Are there like dad jokes and stuff he makes, or
They
what?
made one yesterday. What was it that no one understood?
No, you didn't get it, so we better not say it.
Yeah, that one.
He waits for us to laugh. We all have to fake laugh and then
Yeah.
move on.
I sometimes have to explain it afterwards, for a couple of them that don't get it.
No, that's fine. That's fine. But what's in terms of just the team bonding thing? Because days like today, but also bus rides. Maybe the ride down here, maybe other things around the game. I mean, how special is it to be able to share that with your teammates and with your coaches? Just for me, that's what makes sports so awesome. Are the other things around the games and practices? What do you guys think about that?
We always have a lot of fun. Like maybe he'll say we mess around too much, but we do mess around a lot. And we're always with the JV team, and the freshmen are entertaining, and we have a good time. Everyone together.
Yeah, I think the bus rides are the best part of like going to games. Like everyone's been talking about how they're excited for away games because we always have fun on the bus.
And we have to drive far, so
Yeah.
we have
Oh yeah,
time to get.
you guys, yeah. So what's the furthest trip you guys are gonna have to make?
Boy, I don't know this year. Probably we make several trips down the Muskegon area way. So,
Yeah, that's being the northernmost school.
Yep.
you're on the one end, and I think Ravenna's on the other end of that. I don't know if you guys have them on the schedule or not.
We do play Ravenna, and so that, yeah, probably.
Are they coming to
would
you,
be
or
the
are you going to
farthest
them?
One. I can't remember.
Yeah.
I think they're coming to us, but.
Yeah. So in the fall, Manistee had some success as an athletic program. How much did you guys sense that or feel that, and how much do you think that maybe bleeds over into other sports?
Well, we're hoping that it's going to kick off our winter sports. We had a soccer team that won the district, and we had a football team that had a big upset in their first district game over Boyne City. So, there's a lot of excitement around the school, and a lot of things that these ladies can hopefully latch on to.
Any other maybe parting shots, closing thoughts before we let you guys go here?
I don't think so. Excited to play.
Well, you guys were just awesomely professional doing this.
You guys did a great job.
Very impressed.
And everyone has, and you guys as well. So thank you for coming on.
Thank you for having us.
Yep, and look forward to seeing you guys and following you guys this season. This is the Manistee Chippewas girls basketball team that we're talking to here for their season preview for 2022-23. Best wishes to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, we're good. All right. Welcome back. Scott DeCamp, CatchMark SportsNet. We're here at the CatchMark SportsNet West Michigan Conference Girls Basketball Media Day. We're joined by the Oakridge Eagles in the podcast room. Thanks for coming in, ladies.
Thanks for having us.
Thank you.
Could you please introduce yourselves one by one, name, what positions you play, and what grade you're in?
I'm Andrea Romero. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm a point guard.
I'm Lily Blackburn. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm a guard.
I'm Morgan Bisson. I'm in 12th grade, and I'm a post and a guard.
All right, well, welcome. Thanks for coming on. Coach wasn't able to be here. She had something to attend to, but obviously it's great to have that. Gets us one more of your teammates that we can join on here. So have you guys been on a podcast before?
No.
It's really cool. It's laid back. It's fun. So, and just remember, though, it's live, so keep it clean. So I know I got to worry about that with you guys. So, no. But so starting with last season, how would you describe what you guys did last season and maybe what were some of the highlights? You know, we'll start with that. You guys can chime in whenever you want.
Like last year we did a lot of plays with our shooting guard, but she graduated, so we have to we have to adapt to what we lost last year.
And who was that last year?
Jasmine Pastor.
Oh, yeah.
Morgan.
Don't everyone jump in at once.
Yeah, we just have to adapt to a lot of new things. We lost a lot of good players last year, and I think we're adapting pretty well. We had a scrimmage yesterday, and we have a lot of new players that will make a good asset to our team.
Yeah.
I feel like our offense and our defense was very good, but, I mean, we did lose Jasmine, but I feel like, honestly, this year I feel like we're doing pretty good. Like Morgan said, we had a scrimmage, so
yeah,
I think we'll be really good this year.
Who'd you scrimmage yesterday and how'd it go?
Fruitport. We smoked them.
Sure, yeah.
Sorry.
What, was that a confidence builder, though, you think?
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
So Kaylin Josa, she was a post last year, and we switched her to a guard, and she's doing really good. Like, she's shooting a lot and making them. Yeah. And so I feel like she will fill in for Jasmine. But we also have some, a freshman coming up, and she's doing pretty good.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
Oh, it's cool. I think there's a lot of carryover for you guys, too, for other sports.
Mm-hmm.
You see that a lot at Oakridge, I think, as well as some other schools. And, I mean, how do you think that helps you guys being competitive in other sports and then carrying it over into a sport like basketball?
Because I feel like there's a lot of different things, like softball, you can, having a strong arm. Like, for example, in our scrimmage, Kaylin, she threw it from, one side of the court all the way to Lily, and Lily got the layup.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I feel like just awareness of being, just being athletic, I feel like it just helps out with basketball.
And what's it like playing for Coach Morgan, which is, I'm still trying to break myself of Giddings, being Morgan Warren now, but what's it like playing for her?
I love it just because she's so young and she knows how we feel and how we play, and she will adapt to she'll help us with that.
Yeah, I really love Morgan as a coach, and we also have Coletta, and so both of them together just make a great team for us.
Can Morgan still ball? She play?
Oh yeah,
pretty well still.
Last year
does she play with you guys in practice a lot?
Yeah,
or no?
Yeah. Last year she couldn't. She was pregnant, but now she's doing so much because she missed it.
Yeah.
So, any shooting contests or anything, or is she actually just running with you guys?
She does it with us.
She does everything.
Yeah.
Pretty much everything.
Does she do everything better than you guys, or no?
Oh
yeah.
By far. It's pretty cool being coached by an Oakridge legend. You know?
Yeah.
I just gotta say that out there. I know
no.
you're gonna be watching this. So.
Should we? If she's not watching now, she can watch it later. Go back and watch it again.
She
so
definitely will.
Yeah. So what are the things you have learned from her, though, all of you guys? As far as what are some of the lessons that she's imparted to you guys?
What we have learned from her?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay. Because she was so small, she could never be a big, so she always teaches us to go in for the rebound and box out. Because if she did it, and she's 5'2".
Isn't that a lot about that want to defense and rebounding? Isn't that about effort and desire, pretty much?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about the expanded conference? It's gone from 8 to 14. There's 2 divisions, the Lakes and the Rivers. You guys are in the Lakes, so you'd be facing some new schools regularly, like Ludington, Manistee, Fremont. You might have seen those teams from time to time, but not on a regular basis. But what do you guys anticipate?
I actually like it because, I don't know, it's senior year, so honestly everything's different. So I like the new competition because, for example, if we were going to play Hart, we're oh, okay, Hart's really good. But now that we're playing Manistee, we're like, oh, Manistee. You're like, I don't know what they're playing like. So honestly, it's new competition, so I like it.
Yeah, it's a big change.
Yeah.
Yeah, what she said. So, you guys have been through a lot as a group too. Like just your like the senior class, seniors out there now with obviously COVID coming through, and things changing your school years, your sports seasons and stuff. I mean, what's it been like enduring that, and maybe coming out on the other side of that? I don't want to say it's completely normal, but it's a lot more back to normal now.
So like our freshman year, we had a different coach. So like we're like used to change, so we're like we can adapt to it easier, and like
Yeah.
I feel like our class has been through so much. It's just now we're just okay. We're trying to make the best out of senior year. Had a really good student section, and now we're just gonna keep going on from there till unfortunately the end.
So I'll put each of you on the spot.
Oh no.
You can talk about each other. Tell me something about these other two that maybe other people don't know. Keep it clean.
Okay. No. I get it. They're really goofy and they love to dance. They're just like, I don't know. They're just great people to be around. You would think like they're so serious, but as soon as you get in a room alone with them, you're like, who are these people? You're like, I did not think that these were the people that I was looking at. But yeah, they're great to be around. Good people.
All right, your turn.
Well, Dre, it's never quiet. You don't get a quiet second. And with Morgan, she's like if we were in a play, practicing like a play, she's just dancing or singing, or she's not quiet. She won't sit still.
Latina.
All right, now you actually get to say something. You can't just say what she said.
These two are honestly like the two nicest people I know, and they're just so hardworking. Like they put in all the time for every sport that they play.
Queen.
And yeah.
Okay, we said something goofy. I just didn't say that.
What are the other personalities on your team? Like personality types. If you think about some of the other girls on the team, I mean, is it across the board? Is it all over the place?
It's everywhere.
That sounds normal.
Have a lot of quiet, and then there's like the other half that's like loud and doesn't stop talking.
Yeah. And then there's just the other one that is like in between, and then you have like dancing. I don't know. It's just
crazy.
It is everywhere.
And what are your expectations for the season?
Good defense and offense, and just minimize turnovers. But I think we'll do good.
Get rebounds off the boards, backs out.
Yeah, we have a very determined team, so I think we do. I think we'll get stuff done.
What are your tangible goals?
Defense. Like our defense this year, I feel like is good. Like we have a lot of fast people who could get there to the spot.
Agreed.
Mm-hmm.
Who's the best TikToker out of the group?
These
Morgan.
Because we got to get you guys back into the room where your teammates are, because we're doing that as well. But as far as the media day, I mean, what's been the best part so far?
The fog and the screaming.
The fog.
They made me scream. It was fun.
They made Lily spin in
Did you guys get your own clips too on your phones and stuff? Too?
Yeah.
If you could tag us on that, that'd be awesome, because we want all our people to see that. But anything else, like what's this experience like? Because I don't know if you guys have been on podcasts before either. So, or have you?
No, I haven't. I was nervous going in because I can't make up stuff on the spot.
Yeah,
I was just like, do we know the questions for this?
Yeah, I was nervous, but this isn't bad. Yeah.
No, it's bad. And you got your teammates to carry you through in those tough spots.
True.
So
just keep staring at Andre. Answer first.
So what's the most impressive thing that you've seen Coach Giddings do or Coach War do?
Literally anything. Like when she'll be like, Andrea, let me take over. And she does the play, but she does like, I can't even. She does it so fast, and I'm just like, okay.
Yeah, she'll tuck her whistle.
Yeah.
And she'll be like, I got it. And
she'll get serious. She'll be like, hold on.
So this is what you got to do.
I got it. And then she just does it, and I'm like, you just did it so fast, I don't even know what you're saying.
Second nature to her, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
So that kind of segues into, can you guys do an impersonation of your coach?
I'm not going first.
I don't know going either.
Morgan, you go first. You go first.
I'll do it. She'll be like, I'll step out. I'll do it. Just does it perfectly.
Tuck the whistle again.
Yeah.
Hold on. I gotta think. Okay. Let me show you. And then she'll go.
But it's never as easy when you have to do it again, right?
No.
Be like, do it.
She makes it look easy, I'm sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Morgan.
What do you got?
Oh no, when I think of Morgan,
Or
she's
anything she
just-
says, even anything she says.
I feel like she's always straight faced, and then you'll say something, and she just like cracks a smile. She's like,
That's funny. She seems, yeah, she's sneaky that way. Kind of feels like she's got that dry sense of humor, I bet.
Oh, definitely.
So, any other Morganisms? Anything she says, like all the time?
Like last year, she used to say like you can't run into people, like, but she don't say that a lot this year though. I don't really know. what
Look
she says
up.
this year.
Andrea, look up.
yeah.
Look at back, Andrea. Look at the post,
Yeah,
Andrea. Look at the
down the
post.
back.
Oh yeah.
Andrea, shoot the
Andrea,
ball.
down the back. Andrea, don't cross over. Do spin move.
You had a wide open shot. Why
Left
didn't you
hand.
take that?
Left hand, Andrea. I'm like,
You guys ready for more of that this year?
Oh yeah.
So, who do you open with?
Manistee.
Yeah.
Okay, is that home or away?
Away.
So that when is that? Tuesday or is that?
It's a Friday. I don't know what.
December
it's-
2nd.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a ways away yet, but
Yeah.
Any other parting shots, closing thoughts as we close this podcast up and you guys jump into your season?
Nope.
I think we're just ready to get it done.
Yep.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me on here. Best wishes to the Oakridge Eagles
Thank you.
this season, and thanks for being on. So
Thank you.
thanks
you.
a lot.